All right, so I've received several messages from various people saying that I need to look at today's Quordle and also the Octordle, so I'm gonna do both of those in this video. So we're gonna start the Quordle. Let's see, I had a suggestion from someone to use the words butte and loins, so we're gonna start with that. Okay, so we don't have much yet. We've got some yellows, yeah, here and here, but now this is interesting. My first thought is not right, but my first thought was sauna, but there's no N. Something like sauce, but ooh, it could be saucy. There's no E, but it could be saucy. Now saucy isn't bad. It gets new spots for the S, A, and U. Also a new spot for the A here, the S here. And C and Y are good letters to get in there. I'm gonna go with saucy. Ooh, okay. So there is a C in this word. But it's the S is interesting. So something S-I? What's gonna come before the S? I is the only vowel we have, so it would have to be like I-S-I, I think. I don't think there's another. So I think what it probably is something like I-S-C or C-I-S. Could be H, something like that. Or, ooh, you know what it could be is crisp. Crisp would be good. We haven't done R or P yet. I think I'm gonna go with crisp. Again, it's another spot for the S, another spot for the C, and a couple letters we haven't used yet. I think that's good. Let's go with crisp. Okay, it was crisp, good. Ooh, and the RP, look at that. The R and P really helped us with this one. There's an R up here as well. So the R and the P, there's a T and an O, so T-R, troop. I think troop is good. Troop, yep. This has S something U. There needs to be an A either here or at the end. Let's see, what's gonna come after the S? An H? No. Not sure on that one. Okay, let's look up here. We've got T, E, A, and R. Now the second letter is not E, A, or R, so it could be a T. Something like this. Then you would expect like an S at the beginning. Steer. Okay, and the T can't be first, so you could do something like this. Interesting. So the second letter either has to be the T, or it's a letter we haven't tried yet. A something. After. After. I think after would be good. Let's go with after. Oh, it's not after. I thought for sure it was gonna be after. Okay, we've only got 3 guesses left for 2 words. So the A is. So the second letter is either another T, in which case it'd have to be. What about extra? Extra. I bet it's extra. Okay, let's go with extra. It's extra. Okay. Now we've located the A in this word. It's S something U A. It's the only place it can be. Now, other than that, we've got to use letters that we haven't tried yet, I think. So I feel like after the S before the U, I mean, it's not going to be a second S. It's not going to be a second U. Can't be an A, so it has to be a letter we haven't guessed yet. It could be something like this, but a W. Oh, a Q. Squad. I bet it's squad. Let's try squad. It was squad. Okay, interesting. So that definitely was a tricky one. Crisp, extra, troop, and squad. Some interesting ones there. All right, now I'm gonna move on to the Octordle, and I'm gonna use these 4 words as my starting words for the Octordle. All right, so now we've moved over to the dark side for the Octordle, and I'm gonna start with crisp, extra, troop, and squad. Now, we've only got, I think, 9 more guesses to get 8 words. We've got to be smart about our guesses. So let's see. We've got the U and the P here. Not much else. No, it can't be usurp. There's no S or R. So it's got to have, I mean, it's probably going to have another U, but not necessarily, I guess. Let's see. Over here we have E, X, I, and D. What could that be? It's not ED, because the D isn't at the end. Huh, I'm not sure. This one here, I would think tiara, but we don't have the R's. What about right here? Okay, so the R is either third or last. There's an O, so it could be S-O-R something. Or S-O something. Solar, it could be solar. Otherwise, something O-A-R. No, I think, no, I want to say solar. Let's look just for a minute though and make sure there's not another sonar. It could be sonar. Okay, so it could be solar or sonar. So there's an L or an N there. What about over here? A-P-R-O something? The R could come first. Rapport? No. Not sure on that one. Interesting. Okay. So, what about here? We just have the T, R, and U. Something like... well, you can't... It's only U's, so... Turnt? Oh, wow. Turnt is acceptable as a word, I guess. Huh. I actually didn't think that was going to be an acceptable word. It could have the R at the end. Tutor. No, we can't use an O. It can only use U's. Tutus? No. All right, well, we got solar or sonar. I feel like this, I should be able to figure out what this is. So if it's not ED, and the E is not at the beginning, it's not EX at the beginning. Something EX, but then it'd have to be DI. Dex, oh, index. Index. I bet that's index, and that would let us check the N for sonar. I'm gonna go with index. I think it's probably index. It was index, and there is an N. Awesome, so sonar, okay, whew. That helped a lot. Now, ooh, look at this, we got the O-E-R here. So this is either R-O, roper, it could be roper, it could be rover. It could be rover? No. Romer? Nope. No, romer would have an AM. Rover or... Oh, there's no P. It's not roper, there's no P. So it's gotta be, oh, rower. Rower or rover? Roller? No, that's 2 L's. Okay, so I think it's rover or rower, so a V or a W. Otherwise, I mean, I guess it could be an R, borer, oh, okay. Yeah, it could be an R here, borer. I don't know, yeah. Can't be corer, there's no C. Okay, there's a few options there. VW and B. Let's see, what else do we have? We still only have U and P over here. What's that gonna be? It could be something ULP. That would be good. WHU? No? I don't know. And over here we still only got the T, I, and A. So the I could be second. Something like that. Otherwise the I has to be there. Now we could have another A. It could be something like this. Taxia. Huh. I don't know. We could have 2 I's also. Tibia. Tibia. That would be a good one. That's a bone. Tibia. I think tibia is really good there. But I'm trying to be careful with my guesses because I don't have very many left. I have 7 guesses left with 6 words. I still don't know what this could be with the U and the P. I feel like ULP or UMP. Ooh, UMP. Grump? No. Clump? No. Chump? No. See, the problem is, if it's two consonants at the beginning, what do we have? Like, WH? There's not very many two consonant, consonant pairs here. What? You could do BL something, but FL. I don't know. I don't know on that one. Okay, so I mean, tibia is the best I've got so far, I think, and a few options in this one. So I'm wondering if I should guess something that uses several letters we haven't used yet, and potentially some of them that I think might be in here. So, what's gonna come? Okay, so right here, let's assume that the E is not a silent E, right? It's probably, I'm thinking it's probably a silent E. But let's assume it's not for a minute. What's gonna come after the S? A Y? Could be a Y. Otherwise, I think it's either gotta be the silent E. Oh, it could be another S. Something like glass. But no, but there has to be an E, so it can't be glass. So what's gonna come after? I think it's gonna be something, maybe ASE? Or, ooh, it could be false. False would be interesting with the A second. I like false there. Here we thought VW. We think there might be an F over here, an L. So what's something we can guess with a bunch of those letters? We could do something like bevel, because we think this is tibia. This could be rover. We think there's an L potentially in a couple of these. I'd like to get 4 new letters if I can. The other thing that does is it checks another spot for the E in this word. Yeah, that's all it really does for the E's. So another thing I could do is have. That would also check HLV. And the A over here, I think this might be false. So that would do the AL and the E. And if we get the ALE, then I feel like it's probably false. It checks the V here. It doesn't help us with tibia really, other than ruling out some more possibilities. All right, I'm gonna go with have. Okay, so I think it's probably false then. Yeah, because it's ALSE. I mean, ALSE. What else could it be? It's gotta be false. Okay, excuse me. All right, so it was true that it was false. Ooh, we have an L here, which we kind of thought it might be ULP. Plump. Plump, it repeats a P. I thought of clump, but we didn't have a C. Plump would be really good with the repeated P. I like plump there. Ooh, we got a V over here too. Oh, on both of these. This one has a V and this one has a V. So this has got to be rover. It's either VO something ER, which it's not voter. You don't have a T. Vower? Ooh, vower. Someone who vows. Otherwise, I think it's gotta be, mover. Mover would work too. Okay, so we'll come back to that one. Okay, we ruled out another potential A over here, so I think this has to be tibia. We only have the T and the A. There's an I in the second or fourth position, and then it's gotta be letters we haven't used yet, so I think it's gotta be tibia. This one over here, something APOR maybe? Vapor? Vapor. PA something. Oh, and it's got a V. Yeah, it's vapor. It's either vapor or pavor. And pavor is not a word with an OR. ER would be, but not OR. So it's gotta be vapor. Let's do vapor. Okay, it was vapor. Good. That ruled out another spot for the V here. So this has to have the V. So it's either rover or mover. Those are the options there. This has an H, so TH is what I'm thinking. THR. The R has to be third. The R has to be third. So THR. What's that gonna be? Thrum? Thrum. That would be an unusual word. Otherwise, the U has to be at the end, but then I don't know what's gonna. I think it's gonna have to be thrum. That's really interesting. Well, if I guess thumb, that would help me. Thrum. If I guess thrum, that would help me with mover here, as opposed to rover. I'm gonna go with thrum. It was thrum. All right. Oh, and by the way, for those that maybe don't know the word thrum, because that is a bit of an unusual word, it's like, this is one that I don't entirely know the definition of, but again, I kind of know it in context. Like you thrum your, like a bird could thrum its wings. It's like a noise, I think, like a repetitive, that kind of noise. I don't really know, but something like that. Oh, and we did get the M. Okay, so it's either vomer or mover, so it's gotta be mover. Okay, so now we've got 2 left. Okay, we have an M over here, so, I mean, I'm thinking we were thinking plump, right, so it probably is plump, because there's an L and an M. Something like clump, but I think it's gotta be plump. Let's go with plump. Plump, okay, so we've got 1 word left, and, I mean, there's just nothing left. It's gotta be tibia, right? I think it's gotta be tibia. Tibia is a bone in your leg, by the way. I think, is it the shin bone or is it the other one? It's one of the bones in your leg. All right, I'm gonna go with tibia. It was tibia. All right, cool. So that was definitely an interesting one. So we had plump and thrum and sonar and tibia and index and mover and vapor. I mean, very interesting words. So anyways, there you go. Let me know how you did with today's Octordle. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon with some more puzzles. This works just like normal Wordle, except instead of getting the yellows and greens on the actual letters, we're gonna get numbers on the right side over here that will tell us how many greens and how many yellows there are. Oh, we can do another P. We can do another P. Apply. There we go. Okay, now this has to be a P. Totally pulled that out of nowhere. Okay. Oh, no, not necessarily, because we could repeat the E or the O. Ozone would be really good there, and that would be a really tricky one with the Z.